Okay, thank you for the confirmation, Sakshi. Uh, so as I mentioned, in today's session, we'll start off with the discussion on interactive mode versus programming mode. We'll proceed ahead and we'll try to understand the differences between a C program compilation versus Java program compilation versus Python program. And then we are going to discuss about what a variable is, because that's like the basic building block of any programming language. कोई भी programming language हमको सीखना होगा, so the first thing that we have to understand is what a variable. Okay, क्योंकि that's one of the important building blocks जिसमें हम लोग डेटा स्टोर कर सकते हैं या जिसके ऊपर हम लोग प्रोसेसिंग कर सकते हैं. All right, and hence we have to sort of understand that concept as well. Fine, I'm not going to talk about all the data types today itself. That probably we'll be doing in the next session, where we touch base on the different kind of data types that we have. But today at least we'll be seeing of a basic data type that we can use in our programs. All right. So let me share my screen with all of you now. All right, so I have shared my screen with all of you and it should be visible now. In case it is not, just let me know, okay guys? Just in case it is not visible, please let me know. All right, now we'll start off with the concept of different modes that we have in Python. So when we are talking about Python for development, okay, that day I told you that the first mode that we have is interactive mode. All right, and the second mode we have is more like a programming mode. All right, now these are not the names that are given by the Python language itself. All right, these are not some standard names that have been given. These are the names I personally use to make things easier for all of us to understand it. Okay, so ऐसा नहीं है कि पाइथन वालों ने कुछ बोला है कि इसको इंटरेक्टिव मोड बोलते हैं, इसको प्रोग्रामिंग मोड बोलते हैं. ये सिर्फ मैंने कैटेगराइजेशन किया है so that it becomes easier for us to understand. All right, now what do we exactly do when we are talking about an interactive mode? Interactive mode में हम लोग क्या करते हैं? तो interactive mode में we use the idle as a command shell. Command shell मतलब क्या? आइडल, अगर आपको याद होगा कि लास्ट टाइम जब मैंने आइडल ओपन करके दिखाया था आपको, ओके, लेट मी ओपन इट फॉर यू राइट नाउ. सो आई एम गोइंग टू टाइप इन आइडल and I'm going to open it up. So it will open it up, okay, and I'll just adjust its size so that it is kind of visible and it is not too small, yeah, or not too big. Take it, itna size is fine. So this is what the ideal shell looks like. Now whenever we use it in an interactive mode, we use it as a command shell, but programming mode में हम लोग idle ही use करेंगे, no doubt about that. Okay, but यहाँ पे we'll use it as a file editor or a compiler. All right, now you really don't have to take this as a part of note. I mean, you can if you want. आपको अगर ये comfortable लगता है तो you can take it in form of a notes, but the moment I show you this, then you are going to understand it in a better way. All right, so you need not worry about it कि सर ये ध्यान में रखना पड़ेगा क्या इंटरेक्टिव मोड प्रोग्रामिंग मोड, इसकी बिल्कुल जरूरत नहीं है. आपके सामने जब मैं आपको इसका डेमो दिखाऊंगा तो it will be very much clear to you that what I'm talking about. All right, now let me quickly show you that interactive mode is something that we have already seen. So I'm going to say print, okay, I'm going to say print and hello world. Okay, the same program that we did that day, and when I execute this, it is actually printing me the message as hello world. And there is no big deal in this because all of you know, हाँ ठीक है ना, कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट है, उस पे आपने एक प्रिंट कमांड मार दिया और वही वो प्रिंट कर रहा है, तो व्हाट इज द बिग डील? यस, एब्सोल्युटली, देयर इज नो बिग डील इन दैट. The only big deal here is that we are using a Python function जिसका नाम है print, and we are passing it some message which is getting printed. All right, now we are doing it on the prompt, we are doing it in the shell. That's the command prompt kind of thing, right? तो ये shell में कर रहे हैं. तो ये कौन से type का programming हो गया guys? This is your interactive mode. This is your interactive mode where we are using the idle as a command shell. All right. And then there is another mode which is a programming mode. And in this programming mode, what we'll be doing is we'll be using idle as a file editor or a compiler. अब इसको मैं कैसे करूंगा? How will I do it as a file editor or a compiler? So it's pretty simple. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new file here. All right. So I'm going to say file and new file. देखा? And now you'll observe when I created this new file, it actually opened something like a notepad. इसको मैं थोड़ा सा साइज इसका ना रिसाइज करके इसको साइड में रख देता हूँ, so it would be kind of visible, साइड बाय साइड दोनों विजिबल है. तो मैंने शेल के थ्रू यहाँ से बोल दिया न्यू फाइल और ये वाला चीज ओपन हो गया. ओके, अब इसमें अनटाइटल्ड बोला तो इसको मैं सेव करता हूँ पहले तो. So here I'll create a folder for our English sessions, and in this I'm going to name this file as a hello. तो just observe मैंने यहाँ पे सिर्फ नाम दिया है, extension नहीं दिया है, and I save the file and it is giving the name as hello.py. Okay, so py is the extension of a Python file, right? hello.py. तो py क्या है? It is an extension that is given to a Python file. जैसे कि in C language we have a .c which is our source code, or in Java we have a .java which is our source code. So similarly, in this case, in case of Python, .py file is our source code. All right. अब इसमें what I'm going to do, I'm going to say print, same thing. I'm going to say print hello world. All right. And I'm going to save this first of all. Now you will observe this is the exact same command. This is the exact same command that I have written here. No differences. The difference only is that this is being used in an interactive mode, while as this is being used in something called as a programming mode. मतलब क्या किया हमने? यहाँ पे हमने explicitly अलग से एक फाइल बनाया. उस फाइल के अंदर हमने एक इंस्ट्रक्शन दे दी है print hello world करके. तो ये इंस्ट्रक्शन हमने explicitly इसके अंदर लिख दी है. Fine. Now I want to run this program. तो उसके लिए what I'll do is I'll go into the run options and I'm going to say run module. All right. So just remember, I'll come to this later on because anyway we are going to learn these things in the basics as well. Any Python file that you see here, I have created a hello.py file. So this Python file that you're seeing is called as a module. So if you talk about Java, then people call it as a class. If you talk about C language, then we call it as a source code or a source file. Okay. But in Python, when we have one file and we write some instructions in that file, then we call this file as a module. And hence you will see here कि run के यहाँ पे वो मुझे run program नहीं बोल रहा है या फिर run file नहीं बोल रहा है. What is it is showing me? What is the option it is giving us? It is giving us the menu as run the module. Okay, and see what happens when I click this. When I say run module, you will observe that in the shell it just did a quick restart. Okay, and it printed me the message hello world. So this is the exact message that we had actually printed using the interactive mode. Okay, तो either interactive mode के through या programming mode के through हम चीजें कर सकते हैं. Fine. Now obviously there is a question that will come to your mind कि which one we should use. Correct. So it's a very valid question. All right, which one we should use? So just remember, when you want to use Python to issue some commands quickly, तो आपको idle open करना है, कुछ commands fire up करनी है, and you are done with that. If you want to do that, then you are going to use the shell, which means you are going to use the interactive mode. लेकिन अगर आपको एक application बनाना है Python के through, if you want to create a project, if you want to create a software using Python, then you are not going to use this interactive mode, but you'll be using this programming mode. All right. So what it means I'm going to create my own file and I'm going to write my own code here, which will do certain things, because if I do that in a file, I'll be able to save that file. कल को अगर ये बंद हो जाता है for some reason, if this shell or the interactive mode is closed, I will not have all the commands that I have typed here. Besides, यहाँ पे one after another मुझे टाइप करने पड़ रहे हैं ना commands. That is not the case here. यहाँ पे I can write all the instructions that the Python language allows me to write in one file itself, and I'll be able to save that file. Okay, और वो file अगर मैं मुझे आपको देनी है तो I can just pass on that file to you. You can load it on your machine and run it as well. All right. So this is the differentiation between how things are going to work in an interactive mode versus how things are going to work in a programming mode. All right. To start with, when we use maybe for one more lecture or so, we'll be sticking to this interactive mode. But after that, we'll be doing everything in the programming mode because of one simple reason, that we want our programs to be saved. Correct? So I hope this is clear कि शेल में जब कमांड्स आप एग्जीक्यूट करते हो तो वो, और एक आप एप्लीकेशन लिखते हो, इसमें फाइल में आप पूरे इंस्ट्रक्शंस लिख के उसको सेव करते हो, तो व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन दीज टू? ऑलराइट, सो दैट्स एन इंटरैक्टिव मोड वर्सेस अ प्रोग्रामिंग मोड फॉर यू गाइस. ऑलराइट, नाउ when I say here run and say run module, it actually executed this program. It actually executed the hello.py file. Okay, but there is something that we need to understand before we actually start off with other concepts like what is a variable and things like that. All right, so how does this work? How the execution took place? And this is where the comparison comes into picture. All right, so isko main thoda sa shift kar deta hu yahan pe, because this is more like our interactive mode versus programming mode. And now I'm going to speak something about the way the compilation is going to take place. All right, so let me just categorize it into 3 types. Let me just say how a C program is going to run. Okay, and then I will also talk about let's say how a Java program is going to run. So हमारे पास C का एक प्रोग्राम है, Java का दूसरा प्रोग्राम है. Okay, and then we also have a Python का प्रोग्राम. Okay, program is nothing but your source file या source code जो भी आपके पास है. Okay, now here okay, just a moment, hold on. Okay, is my voice breaking still, Srikanth, Sakshi? Or are you able to hear me clearly now? Okay, it's okay now. Fine, fine. Actually, the chat didn't pop up, hence. Okay, so even if 1 or 2 people tell me that it's clear, maybe some internet issue, I guess. But if it is not, just let me know into the chat window, all right? Yeah, Aditya, thank you. I'll have a look. I'll keep on looking into the chat window just to make sure that I don't miss out these messages where you're telling me that it's not audible, all right? So I'll just take care of that. Okay, now I was talking about these things where we'll try to understand the differentiation between these 3 types, where is a C program and a Java program versus a Python program. All right. Yeah, Sandeep, thanks for that confirmation. Now, when we are talking about a C program, okay. Now, first thing, please don't think that I'm assuming कि आपको C programming आता है, Java programming आता है, ऐसे मत करो. It is just a differentiation. आपको ये languages नहीं भी आते हैं तो भी फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. Okay, I am giving you this idea because it gives you a clarity कि Python exactly in comparison with the other languages कैसे behave करता है. Okay, अब वो other languages हमको आते भी नहीं है तो भी it is fine. It's not a big deal that we don't know C or we don't know Java. It's not a big deal at all. Okay, now in a C program, what we do is we have a hello.c program, for example. All right, so that's the program that we have, hello.c. Now what we do is this hello.c program, when we compile and when it is linked, I'm not going to talk about the obj file and all. Ultimately, what I get is a executable file. All right. Now this executable file, it's a exe, right? If I create a exe, then exe runs only on Windows. Windows is the only operating system that understands the executable file. Okay. For example, if I'm talking about, let's say, Linux will not be able to understand what an executable file is. For that, we'll have a different extension. All right. So जब भी हम C के programs लिखते हैं ना, तो there is a target कि ये C का program हम जो लिख रहे हैं, ये कौन से target के लिए हम compile कर रहे हैं. तो Windows के लिए है तो अलग से build करना पड़ेगा वो, या Linux के लिए तो अलग से करना पड़ेगा. All right. And these were kind of the limitations that the programming languages like C, C++ had. All right. So when Java came into picture, what Java guys decided is, Java guys said that, okay, we are going to have something called as platform independence. So यहाँ पे, if I write a hello.java and you'll observe that H मैंने यहाँ पे capital लिखा है in compared with C language, जहाँ पे H small में लिखा था, simply because Java program में, Java is an object oriented language. So जो भी classes आप use करते हो उनके नाम हमेशा capital से शुरू होते हैं, and जो class का नाम है वही file का नाम देना पड़ता है, and hence this is in caps. So hello.java. All right. Now the same situation, I compile this. I compile the hello.java file. Okay, now this does not create an executable file. You know what it will create? It will create something called as a hello.class file. All right. और ये जो class file होती है ना guys, इसको बोला जाता है intermediate code. Okay. So this is our intermediate code which will be executed on different platforms. Fine, but it does not get directly executed. अब hello.class file, तो Java के case में how you have to understand is, Java का file हमने लिख दिया, and then it compiled and then it created hello.class file, which is an intermediate code. Now no operating system understands a hello.class file. Remember this, no operating system understands hello.class. But our requirement is that it should work on Windows, it should work on Mac OS, it should work on Linux flavors. That is our requirement कि ये होना चाहिए, ये तीनों इस पे run होना चाहिए. All right. Now what happens actually is, this is made possible by something called as a Java virtual machine. आपने सुना होगा JVM जिसको बोलते हैं. Okay, so JVM is a kind of an entity that is provided by Java itself, and what we have is, Java has got different JVMs for different platforms. तो Windows का JVM अलग होगा, Linux का JVM अलग होगा, Mac operating system का JVM अलग होगा. And what these JVMs are going to do is, they are going to help run the same class file on these three different platforms or these three different operating systems. All right, and hence the magic happens. Now what is a JVM? Okay, so I'm not sure, is my voice breaking for everyone right now? No. Okay, for some people it is breaking, for some it is not, so I'm not sure. Okay, Priya दार थोड़ा सा उगड़ ठेवगा. Yeah. Okay, I think there's some internet issue. Maybe I've just all right. Okay, guys, see, few people are able to hear me and a few people say I'm audible. तो अगर आप voice break हो रहा है ऐसा अगर आपको लग रहा है ना, तो don't worry, because all these sessions we are going to record and we are going to put these sessions on YouTube as well. Fine. So anyway, you'll get a reference to next session में मैं links दे दूंगा ये वाले session के और इसके पहले वाले session के. Most likely हाँ, Tuesday को है session तो मैं दे दूंगा तब तक. All right, so you did not worry, even if you miss something, these recordings will be available. Okay, so now when I'm talking about this, the JVMs that you create, the JVMs that you install on your machines will make sure that this hello.class file is actually executed irrespective of which platform you're using, and hence the name is given as platform independence. Okay, the name that is used here is called as platform independence. Okay, let's do one thing. Just give me a minute and I'll change to my mobile hotspot. Okay, just give me a minute. All right, now is it better? Yes, okay, okay, that's good. All right, अरे यार ये यहाँ पे कौन ऐसा कर रहा है? Don't do this. Okay, don't draw things here. गलती से हो सकता है. I don't know. गलती से हो रहा है, जानबूझ के हो रहा है, but please don't do this. All right, so here I'm talking about the JVM, and the JVM is something that makes the Java language as a platform independent language. All right, but it's not actually the JVM. JVM is the core thing, Java Virtual Machine. It is the core thing. Okay, but JVM is actually part of something which is bigger. Okay, something which is actually bigger, जिसको मैं ऐसे highlight करूँगा. Okay, and that thing actually is called as a JRE. Okay, and this JRE is actually something that you install on these machines. तो आपने कभी ऐसा एक्सपीरियंस किया होगा ना कि आपके आपके मशीन पे जावा इंस्टॉल्ड है, ऐसा कोई बोलता है, आपने डेवलपमेंट नहीं किया होगा जावा का, बट स्टिल आपके मशीन पे जावा इंस्टॉल्ड रहता है. इट इवन टेल्स यू दैट देयर इज अ जावा अपडेट अवेलेबल, डू यू वांट टू इंस्टॉल इट और समथिंग लाइक दैट. तो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? इसका मतलब ये है कि आपके मशीन पे JRE इंस्टॉल्ड है. ओके, सो व्हाट्स अ JRE? सो JVM is nothing but Java Virtual Machine, and JRE is Java Runtime Environment. Oh yeah, I'll disable it. In fact, I'll clear the annotation. Yeah, so it should be better now. All right, so that's what essentially this is. All right, guys. When I'm talking about Java, I'm talking about the JRE, the Java Runtime Environment, which makes it possible that whatever things you have, they will run as it is, irrespective of which platform you are talking. Okay, and that's the power of Java, and hence Java became very popular simply because of this one reason, that you write a program once and you should be able to run that program anywhere. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so that's the advantage that you get with Java. Now, if that's the case, what about a Python program? Okay, now the Python architecture is the same way. So अगर Python में हमको कुछ करना है, तो it is going to happen in the same way. अब यहाँ पे भी I'll give the name as hello.py. Okay, which is our source code. मैंने जानबूझ के वो कैपिटल में नहीं दिया because Python doesn't make it compulsory to have it in caps. All right, so if we do this compilation, then it is going to generate something called as a intermediate code or a byte code जिसको हम बोलते हैं. Okay, so this is our intermediate code, या इसको ना byte code भी बोला जाता है. Okay, so ये भी बाइट कोड ही है by the way, so this is also like byte code. And now how this will take place or how this will run on different platforms, very similar to what I explained you in case of, let's say, the Java programming language. So यहाँ पे भी मेरा Python का प्रोग्राम है, मुझे वो Windows मशीन पे रन करना है, सेम प्रोग्राम मुझे Mac OS पे रन करना है, और सेम, when I say same, what I'm trying to say is मुझे चेंजेस नहीं करने पड़ने चाहिए प्रोग्राम में. Okay, it should run as it is. And if I have to do this, then we use the concept of something called as a PVM. Okay, now obviously I don't think I'll have to explain you this. Why? Because you have already, I've explained you what JVM is, so you can make a guess what PVM will stand for, right? It is nothing but Python virtual machine. Okay, so PVM actually stands for Python virtual machine. And it is the same way that you have, जैसे हम लोग बोलते हैं कि Java मैंने मशीन पे इंस्टॉल किया है, तो हम लोग अल्टीमेटली वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द JRE. वैसे ही पाइथन का भी है. पाइथन का रन टाइम जब आप इंस्टॉल करते हो, तो essentially what you have done is you have installed the runtime with along with the virtual machine. So that's your PVM, and then this PVM is ultimately going to execute the code, which is your bytecode, on these different platforms. And hence, even in case of a Python, we really don't have to worry. We can write the code once and we can run it everywhere. Now that is not something that is easily possible in C language, because if your platforms change, you might need to make modifications to your program itself. All right. So I hope this concept is clear as to how the execution is going to take place, because ये थोड़ा important है. देखो, प्रोग्रामिंग तो सबको करना है, एंड आई नो यू आर वेरी ईगर कि सर यार प्रोग्राम लिख के दिखाओ, पहले हमको प्रोग्राम लिखना है पाइथन में. ओके, तो वी विल बी डूइंग दैट. बट एक बार वो शुरू हो गया ना गाइस, देन वी नेवर विजिट दिस बेसिक्स. फिर इंटरेस्ट भी नहीं रहता हमको ये जानने में, इसलिए आई एम नॉट जंपिंग ऑन टू दैट. आई वांट यू टू गेट दिस अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ इट. ओके, एंड देयर इज अ गुड चांस दैट इफ यू face interviews in Python, people are going to ask you about this, that how Python code is compiled, how is it interpreted, and what is a Python virtual machine, and things like that. Okay, so that was just a kind of a brief introduction to all of you regarding this. Fine. All right, now let's move on and talk about a concept which will be needing in order to write our programs, and that concept is nothing but a variable. So मैं MS Paint और एक open कर देता हूँ just for sharing it. And now what I want to do is I want to talk about the concept of variable. Okay, so what is a variable? इसको अगर define करना है तो simple thing है, something that stores a value. Okay, so what's a variable? It stores a value. Okay, but where does it store the value? We have to understand its variable is a memory location. So एक वेरिएबल क्या होता है? वेरिएबल ये होता है कि उसमें हम एक वैल्यू स्टोर कर सकते हैं, या वेरिएबल एक मेमोरी लोकेशन होता है. All right. Now, what is a memory location and all those things? So I'm not going to go into the details of that, because those are pretty much operating system level के details. But just remember one thing: whenever you are going to develop any software, when our application runs, when your software is running, and when a user is using that software, there is a lot of data that you maintain in the memory, and that data is in the RAM. RAM is random access memory. All right, and your RAM is a temporary memory. तो अगर हम टेम्पररी मेमोरी में हमको कुछ स्टोर करना होता है, तो वो हम स्टोर करते हैं विद द हेल्प ऑफ वेरिएबल्स. ऑलराइट, बट if your machine is shut down or if it gets restarted, then that memory is cleared, RAM is cleared, so then it will no longer be able to hold your data. Okay, that is the reason what we do is we do not store the data permanently into the variables, because variable itself is a temporary storage which is part of the RAM. So what we do is we store that data into files, or we store that data into cloud, or we store that data into a database. Are you getting this? All right. So variable जो होता है ना guys, that is only a temporary thing. Okay. So if I have to give you an example, think of it this way. कि लेट्स से शॉपिंग करने हम जा रहे हैं, मॉल में गए या स्टार बाजार में गए, एंड वी वांट टू पिक अप थिंग्स. सो वी पिक अप द थिंग्स एंड वी पुट इट इनटू द कार्ट. So that cart is a variable which is a storage, and the cart is temporary. We cannot take the cart along with us out of the mall itself. It's only limited to the mall. Okay, and every day the mall shuts down, or that Star Bazaar shuts down, all the carts are emptied. There is no cart which contains some data or some items, because no customer will want that, right? They don't want to miss out on their items. All right, so that's a variable, that's your storage. You store it in a variable, and you store it for a temporary time. Okay, after some time it is going to go, but as long as your software is running and your variable is present in the memory, that is the RAM, you will get access to that values. All right, so that's the reason why we need variables. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this shell. I want to define a variable here. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say, let's say the variable name is x. So I'm going to say x is equal to 10. Okay, तो मैंने यहाँ पे क्या कर दिया है, अगर आप देखोगे तो x is equal to 10 ऐसे मैंने एक वेरिएबल डिक्लेयर कर दिया और उसमें एक वैल्यू स्टोर कर दी है 10. Alright, so remember this guys, when I say x is equal to 10, okay, when I do this, जिनको अभी बिल्कुल भी प्रोग्रामिंग की आइडिया नहीं है, let me tell you this. Essentially, it means that the value 10 is going to be stored in this variable x. तो आपको इमेजिन ऐसे करना है, एक बॉक्स है, इस बॉक्स का नाम है x, और ये बॉक्स में वैल्यू स्टोर हुई है 10. Now people who know C programming will definitely get this idea. People who are doing Python for the first time and have no idea about any other programming languages, you need not worry. Just think कि हमको एक टेम्पररी बॉक्स मिला है, कंटेनर जिसको हम बोलते हैं, और उसमें हमने एक वैल्यू स्टोर कर दी है. Okay, and why we will need this value? Because we will have to process this value. All right, now what I can do is, if I go to the shell here, x is equal to 10, I want to see the value of x. How will I do it? So I'll just say x and hit enter. All right, so I'm just going to say x and I'm going to hit enter, so I can see the value. Okay, great. Can I use print? Of course you can. You can say print x, तो भी आपको वही value मिलेगी. Okay, so in the interactive mode, when you give the name of the variable, it is going to display the value. Okay, and you can also say print, and also it is going to display the value. Then you might get a question, which is a better way of doing this. Okay, so remember, there is a reason why this thing exists, because in an interactive mode, you have got both choices. So it's completely up to you whether you want to use print or whether you want to just give the name. It's completely up to you. That is not the problem. Okay, the thing is, I cannot use this if I'm doing it in a programming mode. What I mean by that is, if I go here in the hello world program, okay, and I do the same thing, I say x is equal to 10, and then I say x, जो मैंने यहाँ पे करने की कोशिश की थी. Okay, I'm going to save this. I'm going to run this, and you see it has only printed me hello world. अगर आप कंपेयर करोगे साइड बाय साइड, तो आपको ये समझ में आ गया कि इसने क्या किया ना, इसने सिर्फ हेलो वर्ल्ड प्रिंट कर दिया. तो मेरे x की वैल्यू क्यों नहीं प्रिंट की इसने? यहाँ पे मैंने दिया था ना x, simply because whatever you are writing here is your Python program. Okay, whatever you executed here were your commands. All right, तो जब हम लोग interactive mode में इसको use करते हैं, when we are doing it in an interactive mode, the shell understands that when you say x, you want it to be printed. But in a program, if you just say x, it is not allowed. It will not give you an error. Fine, because it is not an error. But it will not print it, क्योंकि आपको क्या करना है उसको समझ में नहीं आएगा. तो explicitly you will have to say print x. And now if I run, you will see the value of x to be 10, which gets printed. So it is printing hello world, and after that it is printing 10. This is clear. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is, if you have got different variables, let's say हमारे पास एक variable I is equal to 77 है, फिर हमारे पास दूसरा कुछ एक variable है, let's say name is equal to Amit, ऐसा है. So if I want to print them, I can print them like this. Okay, but and also I can print them like this on the command prompt, on the interactive mode. But I cannot do that in the programming mode. Programming mode में मैं ऐसा सिर्फ नाम नहीं दे सकता उसका. I cannot just say X. This is not going to work. I'll have to definitely say print X. Then only it is going to work. Okay. Now, one important thing you would have observed, if you come from any other programming background, there is no semicolon required here. So semicolon is not mandatory in Python. In fact, many languages today, a language like Kotlin, which I typically use for Android development, so they don't need the semicolons. Okay, उससे क्या होता है कि the program looks very clean, the syntax looks very clean. There's no need for semicolon to be written everywhere. इसकी ज़रूरत नहीं है. All right, so we just have to be careful. In Python, it is not compulsory for us to give the semicolons. You can give. It's not a problem. It's not an error at all. So I'll show you. I'll give you semicolon everywhere. Okay. So I'm going to give a semicolon here, and then I'm going to run this program and say okay. And you see it is going to execute it exactly as it did in the previous case. जैसे यहाँ पे run किया था वैसे इसने यहाँ पे run कर दिया. So there is no problem here at all. Okay. However, I prefer not to have the semicolons. Okay. Simply because Python language allows you to do that. And if that's the case, there is absolutely no need for you to write semicolons. Okay. The syntax looks more clean if semicolons are not there. All right. Fine. So that's how you're going to use a variable, and that's how you're going to print it. Now, let me tell you one thing here, that whatever you have written here, okay, ये जो मैंने लिखा ना यहाँ पे in double quotes, this is a string. Okay, इसको क्या बोलते हैं? इसको बोलते हैं string. It's a text ना, text है, characters है वो, तो इसको हम बोलते हैं string. Okay. For example, if I have to show you these things, let's say मुझे एक variable declare करना है, which is a string. So I say x is equal to hello world. ठीक है, ऐसा मैं एक variable declare कर सकता हूँ. मुझे दूसरा एक variable declare करना है y. So I'm going to say here y is equal to, let's say, some value 57. तीसरा एक वेरिएबल डिक्लेयर करना है मुझे, दैट इज z, जहां पर मुझे ट्रू और फॉल्स की वैल्यू स्टोर करनी है, तो मैं इसको बोलता हूं ट्रू. ऑलराइट, सो दीज आर द वेरिएबल्स दैट आई हैव डिक्लेयर्ड दैट आई कैन यूज इट डायरेक्टली हियर. ओके, मैं आपको आई जस्ट शो यू. मैं बोलता हूं x इज इक्वल टू 10, y इज इक्वल टू हेलो, एंड z इज इक्वल टू व्हाट वाज दैट, ट्रू. और इनको मैं तीनों को प्रिंट करके दिखाता हूं आपको. So these three variables it has created. Okay, now one of the best things of Python language is you never have to specify the data type of a variable. ये क्या होगा यहाँ पे? What are these? So this, what is this? This happens to be a string. Okay, and please remember we are going to discuss about data types and data in the next session. This happens to be a number, which is of course integer, but it's still a number, and then happens to be a boolean value. Boolean value का मतलब होता है सिर्फ true और false वाली value. Okay, so what are these? These are nothing but data types, and we're going to, as I said, we are going to discuss these data types later, but right now this is how we do it. So these are the three types that we have just seen. Now, an important thing to remember here is that Python as a language never expects you to tell the type. Okay, तो आपने यहाँ पे देखा होगा ना कि x में मुझे ये स्टोर करना है, तो मुझे बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है. Okay, I'll give you a simple comparison. So this is what we have in Python, right? I'll try to do the same thing for C language. All right, so I'm going to say, let's say char pointer is equal to, और मैं इसमें hello world उसको दे सकता हूँ, semicolon. Of course, I can use a array as well, so don't go by the exact syntax. You can use very well a different thing. Then integer y is equal to 57 बोल सकता हूँ मैं, and then boolean z is equal to true बोल सकता हूँ मैं. Now this is something that I'll do. This is something that I'll do in a language like C. See the differences. Char star p is equal to hello world semicolon, int y is equal to 57 semicolon, bool z is equal to true semicolon, versus x is equal to hello world, y is equal to 57, z is equal to true. Semicolon भी नहीं है और data type में mention नहीं करने पड़ते. Okay, so Python, one thing that I liked about Python when I started learning Python was that there is no need for us to mention the data types anywhere. Okay, because Python is a dynamically typed language, it will infer the data type. Okay, infer का मतलब है it will look at the value and it will decide what data type it should be. तो जब आप बोलते हो x is equal to hello world in a double quotes, it will assume it is a string. All right, when you say y is equal to 57, it is going to assume it is a number. Okay, and don't worry, we are going to discuss numbers. Maybe I can have an integer value or a floating value and what not. So we'll discuss that later. Yeah, so for string inverted commas are required. Yes, तो यहाँ पे ना इसको मैं commas की जगह I'll call them as quotes. The only thing that you have to remember is that both single quote and double quotes work fine. So मैं यहाँ पे बोलता हूँ name1 is equal to let's say Amit and name2 is equal to let's say Yash, and I print name1 and I print name2. Okay, आप ऑब्जर्व करोगे कि उसने दोनों को सिंगल कोट में ही प्रिंट किया है. तो आप ऐसे मत सोचो कि अरे सर हमने तो इसको डबल कोट्स में दिया था फिर ये सिंगल कोट्स क्यों दिखा रहा है. बिकॉज पाइथन prefers the usage of single quotes rather than double quotes. But Python is a language very much like JavaScript where you can easily use a single quote instead of a double quote or vice versa. There is no requirement कि आपको double quotes ही use करने या single quotes ही use करना है. Okay, मैं जनरली कोडिंग करता हूँ तो मेरे हाथ से वो ऑटोमेटिकली आ जाता है बिकॉज आई डू अ लॉट ऑफ कोडिंग इन जावा एज वेल. तो वो डबल कोट्स ऑटोमेटिकली आ जाते हैं बट वी कैन स्किप इट, दैट्स नॉट नीडेड एट ऑल. We can very well have a message printed in a single quote जैसे कि ये हो गया because Python itself prefers the single quotes. Okay, but both things work as it is in Python, so don't at all have confusion over this. ये दोनों चीजों का मतलब सेम ही है. Okay, I'll run it for you and I'll show you. See, hello world and 10. Okay, now one more thing. आपको लगेगा कि अमित सर हमने यहाँ पे प्रिंट किया तो इसने सिंगल कोट क्यों दिखाया था. बिकॉज वी आर डूइंग दिस इन ए इंटरैक्टिव मोड. तो वो जैसा है वैसा ही वो टाइप में दिखाने की कोशिश करता है. लेकिन जब हम प्रोग्रामिंग मोड के थ्रू करते हैं ना तो वो ये चीजें इग्नोर करके सिर्फ जो वैल्यू आपने बोली है उसमें इंटरेस्ट दिखाता है. So that is again one difference that you will observe between an interactive mode and a programming mode. Because आपको तो यूजर को ऐसे दिखाना था ना hello world, आपको ऐसे थोड़ी दिखाना था. All right, so that's the difference. I will keep on seeing these differences as we move between these two modes, the programming mode as well as the interactive mode. All right. So I hope this is clear how the differentiation would be when you are declaring variables with the help of these things, where you don't have to specify the types, and a language like C where you have to specify the types. By the way, Java में भी मुझे करना होता तो मुझे ये सब चीजें लिखनी पड़ती. Java में भी I cannot do directly something like this. Okay, now this is one of the easiest things then for people to do. Okay, fine, and obviously I'll go into the details of this when we actually start learning the data type itself. जब data types में हम next session में data types पे हम जब बात करेंगे ना, I'll go into the more details of this, how these data types are stored, how it is going to infer them, okay, how it actually works. But remember, Python does not allow you to specify a data type. You never mention कि ये integer है, you never mention कि ये string है. हाँ, there are some instances where you have to typecast some things, then you'll have to use it. But when you declare variables, you do not have to tell the types. Okay, so an important statement in Python, when we declare variables, we do not, or rather do not care, we can't mention the data type. Okay, so in Python, when we declare variables, we cannot mention the data type because there is no way Python allows us to do that. Python सिर्फ बोलता है आप एक काम करो ना, आप chill out करो, आप सिर्फ वेरिएबल का नाम दे दो और उसमें वैल्यू स्टोर करो ना. Why you are worrying इसका डेटा टाइप क्या होगा, वो हम देख लेंगे डिपेंडिंग ऑन आपने क्या वैल्यू स्टोर की है. हाँ, तो यहाँ पे एक चीज आपके दिमाग में आ सकती है एज अ क्वेश्चन, हाँ, कि सर तो मैंने अगर इसको बोल दिया पहले x इज इक्वल टू 10 और उसके बाद मैंने बोल दिया x इज इक्वल टू लेट्स से सिंगल कोट में व्हाटएवर वेलकम, अब क्या होगा. ओके, नाउ दिस इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ पाइथन. अगर आपने पहले x इज इक्वल टू 10 बोला था जिसमें आपने एक नंबर स्टोर किया, उसके बाद आप बोल रहे हो x इज इक्वल टू वेलकम, पाइथन इज नॉट गोइंग टू कंप्लेन ऑन दिस. यू नो व्हाट पाइथन विल डू, पाइथन विल थिंक कि अरे इसका मतलब जो पहले नंबर था ना, जिसको मैंने एक x वेरिएबल बनाया था नंबर टाइप का, वो अमित को अभी इसकी या जो भी यूजर है उसको उसकी जरूरत नहीं है, तो वो एक नया वेरिएबल बनाएगा x नाम का विच विल बी अ स्ट्रिंग. और अगर मैं इस x को प्रिंट करता हूँ तो आई विल गेट वेलकम. अब 10 कहाँ गया, 10 चला गया, निकल गया. So Python is a absolutely flexible language when it comes to these things. अगर यही चीज हम C language में करते थे ना guys, that once we declare an integer y is equal to 57 and after that if I try to set a value in this y which is a character or not a character but a string, for example, it will directly give me an error saying that data type mismatch. You cannot store a string in an integer value. That is not going to happen in Python. Okay. अब ऐसे मत सोचो कि इसका मतलब क्या वो उसको फिर वो डेटा टाइप कैसे चेंज करता है, वो डायनेमिकली डेटा टाइप चेंज कर देता है. सो व्हेन यू से x इक्वल टू 10, पाइथन विल एलोकेट अ मेमोरी जिसमें इंटीजर स्टोर हो सकता है जिसका नाम है x. बट द नेक्स्ट टाइम इमीडिएटली इफ यू से x इज इक्वल टू वेलकम, पाइथन विल forget that memory, it will clear it, it will create a new variable x which is of type string and it will store that value. Are you getting this? So you don't have to worry about this. This is all the flexibility that Python provides. All right, so I hope this is clear. And now I want to show you one more thing, that if this is my file hello.py, I want to show you how I can run it from outside. ये मैंने फाइल ना सेव कर दी है. अब ये मैं यहाँ से रन मॉड्यूल करके तो रन कर सकता हूँ, बट लेट्स से I save the file, I close it, I close this idle as well, और मुझे बाहर से इसको रन करना है. मैं बाहर से मतलब कहाँ से, तो जिस लोकेशन पे मैंने इसको स्टोर किया है. सो इफ आई गो टू पाइथन डेमोज एंड इंग्लिश, यहाँ पे है ना फाइल, सो यहाँ से आई विल स्टार्ट अ कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट. इफ यू आर नॉट अवेयर, मेरे पास एक ऑप्शन रहता है जहाँ से मैं cmd ऐसे टाइप करता हूँ और कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट ओपन हो जाता है, एंड देन आई कैन गो टू दिस लोकेशन कि गो टू डेस्कटॉप पाइथन डेमोज वगैरह वगैरह. ये एक चीज हो गई. सेकंड चीज है, जब आप विंडोज में ये एक्सप्लोरर ओपन करते हो, यहाँ पे जाके यू कैन टाइप cmd एंड हिट एंटर. ओके, इसका पाइथन से कुछ लेना देना नहीं है, ये सिर्फ विंडोज का फीचर है. तो इफ आई टाइप cmd, ये मुझे पूरा पाथ जो है ना वहां पे डायरेक्टली लेके जाता है. ऑलराइट, नाउ व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू डू इज आई एम गोइंग टू रन दिस फाइल, द py file. So I'm going to say here python hello.py, and if I hit enter, it is going to run our program. Okay, so this way what we have essentially done is we have executed our program from the command line outside, idle के बाहर से हमने इसको रन किया. All right, so just remember this, that we can do this as well. हम लोग बाहर से भी प्रोग्राम को रन कर सकते हैं. And ये python command क्यों चला? Because python is installed on my machine. Remember this. If that was not installed, then it wouldn't be working. All right, so I hope this is clear. Fine, so that's all I had for today's session. In case you have got any queries, now you can put it into the chat window. I'm going to stop the recording first of all and then take your queries. So I'm stopping the screen share and the recording as well.